Long before kingdoms stretched across the land of East Africa, the Luo people lived beside mighty rivers and endless grasslands. Their strength was not measured only by their warriors, but also by the elders, whose wisdom guided every generation. In those days, one family would unknowingly change the destiny of an entire people.
Today, I entrust to you the honor of our ancestors. Let this spear defend our people, and let these beads remind you that wisdom must always guide strength.
Many years before Gipir and Labongo were born, their father was himself a young warrior. During an invasion from another tribe, he protected his people by fighting from the front. With wisdom from the elders, he came up with a plan to create an ambush from the side, led by another mighty warrior. The fighting lasted until the sun climbed high above the plains. Though greatly outnumbered, the young warrior refused to retreat, which motivated his companions. He knew taking out the leader was the goal, and he waited for his chance. When the battle finally ended, peace returned to the land. The people celebrated the courage of those who had defended their homes, and among them stood one warrior whose bravery would never be forgotten. To honor his courage, the village elder entrusted him with two priceless treasures. The years passed as peace returned to the village. Tributes were received from the defeated tribe, which caused the village to expand and prosper. The young warrior became a respected father to two boys, Gipir and Labongo. The Luo people passed on knowledge to the young through practice and memory.
Welcome, my daughters. Come inside. Today, like every lesson before it, we continue the knowledge entrusted to our people. The health of a village begins with those who are willing to learn. Today, we shall learn about this herb. We call it Odi. When prepared correctly, it calms a troubled stomach and eases cramps after a long day's work. Smell it. Learn its scent. A true healer recognizes a plant before touching it. That is enough for today. You have learned well. Practice these remedies before our next lesson. Knowledge is only useful when it is practiced.
Grandmother, what shall we learn tomorrow?
Tomorrow evening we begin another lesson. We shall learn about marriage, the changes a woman's body goes through, a husband's body, and how love, respect, patience, and understanding build a happy home. Now don't arrive late tomorrow. If any of you comes late, you will be grinding herbs until sunrise while everyone else has gone home.
Yes, Grandmother.
When one thing changes, something else always follows. Do not chase every answer. Instead, follow what each change affects, and the land itself will reveal the truth. If you do not see that the cattle give less milk, how will you know the grazing land is failing? If you do not know how many families your village has, or how many new homes are being built, how will you know where your people will need help next? Do not spend your life looking at everything. Look instead at how one thing affects another. Everything communicates, everything is connected, everything affects something else. When you understand those connections, the world begins to speak to you.
As his eldest son grew, the father began
Do not
teaching
fight
him
the
the way
spear.
of the spear, as the
Become
other
one
learned
with
from the
it.
side. And
Let your feet guide your body, and let your mind guide your spear. The cattle are not following us. We are following the land. Tomorrow, they will feed us. A careless hand ruins a hide. A patient hand clothes a family.
seasons passed, and the two boys grew into respected young men. Labongo became known for his skill with the spear, while Gipir became known for his patience, wisdom, and careful
A
judgment.
village grows, one home, one helping hand at a time. Years passed. The boy who once followed his father had become the hunter others now followed. A strong fence protects cattle. Strong cattle protect the village.
The day finally arrived when their aging father would pass on the two sacred gifts that had protected the village for generations.
This spear has protected our family for generations. Today, I place that duty in your hands. May your strength protect our people, and may your courage always walk before fear. Gipir, come forward. A spear protects the body, but wisdom protects generations. These beads remind us to listen, to think, and to lead with honor.
The villagers celebrated Labongo's new responsibility, but Gipir quietly slipped away from the gathering. He did not envy his brother. He simply wondered whether he had disappointed his father.
Gipir, never measure your worth by another man's gift. Your path will one day guide even the strongest warrior.
The quiet evening was suddenly broken by desperate voices. Two children had disappeared, and fear spread through the village as families rushed in every direction searching for them. While the search party hurried into the forest, Gipir remained behind for a moment. He believed that every answer begins with a question, and a witness was golden.
Easy now, my little friends. Don't be afraid. I need your help. Tell me, where do you usually play? Who was the last person to see the missing children? What were they doing before they disappeared?
The clues led to a narrow path where tiny footprints pressed into the soft earth. Gipir followed them patiently, trusting the story the ground was telling him. He searched for the effects to the environment, and his lessons served him well. Beyond the trees, the search finally came to an end. The missing children stood safely on a small island, waiting and hoping someone would find them. The village welcomed the children home with tears, laughter, and grateful hearts. Once again, Gipir had shown that wisdom could save lives just as surely as strength. Not long after the village celebrated the children's rescue, peace returned. But beyond the trees,
Stay
Another
close.
danger was already making its way toward the
The
village.
forest rewards those who listen.
Labongo went on his usually
not those who
hunts with
hurry.
young warriors. The women were the first to notice that something was wrong. Birds burst from the trees, goats became restless, and a deep rumble echoed through the forest. The elephants charged into the village, smashing fences and sending families running for safety. Fear spread faster than the dust rising beneath its feet. Before thinking of himself, Gipir rushed frightened children behind the safety of a nearby hut, making sure they escaped the elephant's path. Gipir knew ordinary hunting spears would never stop such a powerful beast. Inside his father's hut, Gipir stood before the ancestral spear. For a long moment he hesitated, understanding the responsibility that came from using it. With the sacred spear in his hands, Gipir walked into the open village. As the elephant charged, Gipir drew on all his skills and prepared for battle. Trumpeting in pain, the elephant fled toward the forest with the ancestral spear still buried in its body. The village had been saved, but the priceless gift was gone forever. Silence slowly returned. Villagers emerged from hiding, comforting one another, and beginning the difficult task of repairing what had been destroyed. When Labongo found Gipir alive, relief washed over him. Around them, villagers repaired broken fences and comforted frightened families. In the hut, he found only an empty space where the sacred weapon had hung for generations. Confusion became disbelief, then fury.